Hello, brothers and sisters of Light and Dark. Welcome to my page. My page is about common sense, but I try to keep it down under the nitty gritty, under 10 minutes. If it goes over 10 minutes, it's something very, 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 very fucking important, and not important to liberals, libertards, far leftists, emotionals, people who like to smoke, people like to drink, people like ayahuasca, people like DMT. Okay, I know there's a lot of you people should not be watching my videos. I'm too eccentric, too crazy. I'm an and TJ, okay, one of the 1%ers, I forgot what it was, the Myers-Briggs report and stuff. And as I said before, if you are real, you basically know how to speak down below before you get into my live. And in order to get into my live, you must subscribe. In order to get into my live, you must subscribe. Or I have to know you personally. If you don't know me, very big warning sign. Don't jump to conclusions. Very important. As I said before, you will not find someone who will admittedly say that they're the chosen one on the internet. So I'm one of those individuals, okay? There are many chosen ones, all right? I'm a Gen X, so respect me. I'm older than you, most of you. I'm indigo. I'm eccentric. I'm a therapist. And when I say I'm a therapist, that don't mean I'm a bona fide, institutionalized with a degree. You can actually get an education without those things. You can actually sell yourself by saying you are a therapist by proving that you did do the due diligence to do the research and development. You don't need to have to go to school and their extracurriculars, do their colleges or whatever. There's other ways of making your so-called degrees. Okay? You don't need their degrees their way. It's like a hacker can do a lot of things without going to college or even going to school for it. You got to be careful. Be careful. Okay? I'm not a bona fide licensed therapist, but I consider myself a therapist with all the hundreds of women I've spoken to. It's like Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil does not have his license, okay? But he got the word doctor. I don't know why he has the word doctor. I don't know how you can do that. I do not consider myself a doctor. Okay, but of course, I may be a shaman, okay, kind of like a doctor. But anyway, those things get interchangeable in a way. Either you're a healer or you're not. Okay. Anyway, I'm a father. I'm a missionary to the weak. Okay, to the broke. Okay, I'm a chosen one. Subscribe to in order to join my live. Okay, all right. Today's topic will be about the purpose of a woman. Now, just a little while ago, okay, I was just talking to this woman named Petty Auntie, okay, and I was basically trying to get a feel of what her personality is. Me, I like to read people's personalities. I don't hang with most people because I'm like The Mentalist, that TV show. Okay, you kind of read someone just by asking a few questions, and you don't want to jump to conclusions because once you know the pathology of someone, then you don't really need to talk to them anymore. All right, I like to read people. I'm sorry, that's just me. As I said before, many times. Hey, Mac Lawson, 24. That's my last name. My last name is Lawson. Yeah. Before I get off the topic, because I'm a conversationalist at best. Please understand, I tried to communicate with her about this video, and this video was about how this man was talking about offing women. Okay, there's guys out there who are in their emotion and they're seeking validation, so they're gonna troll the Jezebel. If the shoe don't fit, don't wear it by saying anything. All right. Okay, just when he's trying to trigger people, when you get triggered, that means obviously, most likely, something inside you, okay, are triggered by that. Okay, that is actually true what he said. Usually, it's not the fact that he said to kill off women. It's the fact that certain things he said, you just completely went over your head. Only thing you heard is to kill them off. Okay, and that's not cool. But he's trolling. He's not enticing men to do these things. He's just talking about his emotions and how he feels. So he's beta. There's a lot of beta males who do things on purpose to get attention. And what they're doing, they're trying to get enough attention from you Jezebels. See, you Jezebels, okay, what a Jezebel is a female who feels entitled, a female who feels equal to a man, a female who's more likely a feminazi, okay, females who feel that you are better than a man, okay, or even equal. It doesn't really, no two men are equal. I would never say I'm equal to any man, okay, but you understand there are types of people who love to think logically most of the time, which are predominantly mostly men who are more masculine, which is predominantly more men. And basically, you have to live with that. That's that simple, okay? It's the same thing with race, but I'm not going to talk about race too much here because there's a form of genetics that I'm skipping out altogether in this video. So I tried to communicate with her. I don't want to expose her because I don't mind being. I know how to talk to fucking feminists. I know how to talk to them, okay? And when I try to talk to the feminists, I use dark psychology so I can actually understand their straight of mind. And then I try to get weird where they start to learn that they're equal to a man or where they start to learn. I try to figure that out. Even racist, okay? I used to be a personal curator to racists, okay? I used to be in their houses. There are far more white people in America who need to be taken care of by a provider. Yes, okay? Yes, I learned a lot from some racists too, but I act like I didn't like to be black. I'm like, hey, I hate being black. I hate being black. Oh, God Almighty, I hate my skin color. And I try to understand their psychology pathology, which is very important. Psychology is very important. This woman tells me when I went on her page, semantics, you trying to use semantics. I said, semantics is very important to understand structure, okay? You know, if you're building a building, you better understand semantics, right? But this video is not about all those things that I was just talking about. It's about leading up to the point of the purpose of a woman in this world. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add on there everyone who can't think upon a certain level of IQ points, there's a purpose for you. There's a purpose for everyone in this world. Okay? Now, I'm going to dub and say everyone, 90% of you are parasites, yes. I don't like feeding off the earth, and when I see animals hurt, I kind of get hurt myself. I'm an empath. Yeah, I told you before, I'm an indigo child. I do not have sins like you guys do out there. I do not communicate with people out there. Though I travel abroad because of my mental psychosis and capabilities, I go outside the country. I do not socialize or try to be companions with the majority of westernized people. I don't, because I believe in the nature of things rather than just the nurture of things. But this purpose of this video is not going to be long, okay? I'm going to make it short and then I'm going to repost it on my YouTube. And of course, the purpose of a woman, and everyone, you know, in a certain bracket of IQ points, okay, there is a purpose for you. And what is the purpose of a female? And it's not a subjective. If you feel effeminate in any kind of way, or you feel entitled, okay, or you feel you do not like education, you do not like the things that guys do as a hobby or something like that, then you automatically know you're feminine, okay? You know what most guys like to do. I'm just going to relate it to that. You know how most guys like to do things. They have more hobbies than women, right? We already know that, right? Okay, so obviously in your mind's eye, I teach my daughter to think like a man, and be compatible. I know there's a book out there with Steve Harvey, and it says, what was it? When men are from Mars and women are from Venus, which was a terrible, terrible book to me. Okay, it's a terrible book from a perspective from a beta male. Okay, you know, but I'm not a Tyreek Nasheed. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, that dude don't know the pimp game at all. He don't know nothing compared to me. He don't get paid from women. Most guys don't get paid from women like I do. But I like to keep out of the limelight. I'm not interested in popularities. That's why I cringy. But the purpose of a female is if you think in these brackets, okay, I don't have to have nothing in common with a man. I don't have to learn about logistics. I want to wear makeup, okay, you know. I want to read the Bible but don't want to follow the Bible, okay, because there's a lot more men who's indirectly following the word of God, which basically is created by man in the first place, which is a patriarch in the first place. But that's another story. But, you know, there's certain ways of thinking, right? Let me tell you something, okay? You know who thinks like a man, okay? Condoleezza Rice and Candace Owens. These are the only black sisters that I know that are high IQ, high educated. And you know what happens? Beta male trolls who are in their emotions don't like the way they talk today. You know, if you talk about facts, if you just dwell in the realm of statistics and all this other stuff and trying to be hyperbole, okay, correct, politically correct, which is actually the opposite of what it is, okay, you know, if you're trying to be digging down on the nitty gritty of all the terminologies of things, and you have a great memory, because it all really comes down to is great memory. You just remember well. You remember better. You know how to study. You know, you put more hours into making sure you sound astute as possible. Then you're thinking logically. But most people don't think logically. We got millennials, we got Gen Zs. I'm a Gen X. I was born in 1974. I know what I'm talking about. I had the phone. I had the giant phone. Yeah. I had the pager, babies. I got paid for my services. I don't do those services no more. I'm a father. I travel. You know, Patreon, you know, and also I do a YouTube, PayPal. Okay, I take out the middleman. If you're part of my group, you'll know the real knowledge of what it means to be an alpha. You'll know what it means to be indigo. I'm not pulling no chains. I'm not trolling here. But you got a lot of millennials out there who got tech savvy and know be popular because they paid for their promotions to get all the attention. I don't seek validation. The purpose of a female, I digress here, okay, it's basically to procreate. Okay? You're there to not say, okay, let's be in a monogamous relationship and just me and you and I'm gonna have 2 babies and that's it. What kind of shit, okay? Oh my fucking God, man. Oh man. You women are all taught wrong. Most of you. You believe in monogamous relationships. That is not how you build a king. That is not how you do it, babies. You go ahead and keep listening to people who think they know more than me, okay? Go ahead. Go ahead. You go ahead out there and think Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate's are the ones. Don't get me wrong. They have some knowledge. But the thing is that you guys, if they have the knowledge and they're telling you how despicable Jezebels are, what is a Jezebel? The Jezebel, as a matter of fact, Jezebel derives from the term of Lilith, okay, succubus, okay, harlots, okay. These type of females may be a hermaphrodite, okay. They have most likely hormones, okay, which is more testosterone than estrogen, okay. And they'll believe that since they're in a female body, okay, they will most likely want to be like a man or equal to a man because of their characteristics, traits, okay. But it's nothing to me. I don't have nothing against them. I met a hermaphrodite one time, okay. But trust me on this: if you're feminine in your energy, you're not supposed to be into monogamous relationships. You're supposed to be doing polygyny with the right man. Now, if you want to be cheated on, you go ahead and talk to a beta alpha construct. Because beta men don't really cheat, okay, right? We already know that. The beta men usually gets cheated on and divorced by beta women, okay, right? We know that statistically a fact, okay? You know, statistics show that 80, 70, people get, when I say, I'll try to be nice and say 70%. I always say 70% of women initiate divorces because they were beta and they didn't know what contentment means. They didn't know how to be content, right? But then the thing is that I'm not even talking about those high class, super attractive females with masks on. I'm not even talking about them. I'm talking about just ordinary females with makeup who's trying to impress the wrong type of man. They don't get validation from their father. The purpose of a woman is basically procreation and to share. Share is to care. You are supposed to heal. You are supposed to procreate. You're supposed to suggest things. You're not supposed to demand anything. You can ask for things, okay, you know. You're not supposed to be demanding at all. And then I was on this woman's channel. I was like, yo, she seems like a good... But most of the time when you ask questions, you break down their pathology, psychology, and then it's all over. She got upset with me. Oh, she thought I was hitting on her. I said, hey, I'm not trying to hit on you. I'm not trying to expose you. I'm a therapist. God damn it, I'm trying to help you. I know you. I saw her page, right? Auntie Petty, right? And then I was like, she got a lot of knowledge about the world, but what about helping women to be feminine? Because all that research that you're doing, okay, what are you doing, okay? I know you're trying to help sisters to be educated. Are you? Is that your purpose? No, she's not teaching women how to be educated about the world. She's teaching the world on how to be educated about what she knows, okay, which is good. But I didn't see her purpose. I saw an educated female, and I wasn't talking negative. I did call her beautiful, but she didn't say thank you. See, in essence, when men are in a relationship with women and they don't say thank you for compliments, automatically they're not a healer. They are not a healer. And as I said before, please, I do not accept live feeds unless I know you, okay, or you are subscribed, okay. All right. If I follow you, okay, and I make a strange message, and you don't pick up on it, I usually unfollow you if you just for a time being. That's just how I work. Okay, I don't get attached to nothing in this world because we all are as one. We all are one. Okay, we supposed to be reasonable and logical and diplomatic and civil, but there are some people who don't want that. They want to destroy that construct, that bond between logic and logicans. Okay, when you're emotional, you can't have order and structure. Okay, when I can see that if you were born a certain way and you were conditioned, like most of you have, okay, to be brainwashed without deductive reasoning or questioning. Most of you have been raised up without deductive reasoning. Unlike myself, as an indigo child, I always asked questions when I was a child, and I got popped for it. Okay, I got popped for that shit. Okay, for asking questions. But we already know that if you fit those criteria, which I mentioned earlier, you know you're not equal to every man or every woman. You're not. No two people are equal. So what does that come down to? Everyone has a position to play in life. That's right. And far less liberals don't feel that they have to follow the law in order to be happy. They don't want to follow the law. They love chaos. They want to run around with their heads cut off. But other than that, that's all I really got to say because y'all not saying nothing. I've been talking for a total of 16 minutes. What else is there to say about the purpose of a woman? I just mentioned it. Procreation, polygyny. Now, I'm going to explain it to you again. Polygamy is just the generalized term for the many different types of poly relationships. All right? And so look it up. Polygamy is one person with multiple partners. Most of the time, that's what it comes down to generally. But if you actually are technical about it, polygyny is one man with multiple wives. Polyandry is one woman with multiple, husbands, okay? But women are already doing polyandry. As I said before, women are bigger cheaters than men, so they usually settle for the nice guys for last, which are beta males, okay? So I was on her page, and I digress here, and I was trying to explain to her how the guy was just trolling. Whenever some guy is, actually being bold about some statement that seemed to trigger people, he's only doing it for attention because he's not going to be investigated as you think. Because it's all on the internet. You can't believe everything you see on the internet. The only thing I don't approve of on the internet is animal cruelty and terrorism. Everything else should be able to be spoken about. If you say something like, I believe all women should, that's your prerogative. Okay, you can think whatever way you want. If you're trying to start something with like Heaven's Gate, we should all come over here and commit seppuku, okay? Then basically that's your prerogative, okay? I just feel it's like the Jim Jones and everything. That's your prerogative, right? You go there. You actually go there. You should be able to speak whatever you want and join an organization, whatever, off the camera somewhere. But as long as it's not criminal, and then you're not showing it's criminal, okay, then it's all up for grabs. It's all satire. It's all satire. You can't take shit seriously on the internet. You can't do that. You cannot be on the internet being sensitive. I told my daughter, I said, there are people who will hurt your feelings. Be prepared. There are people who troll you. You know you can make money on defamation of character, right? Okay. I just want you guys to know that. You can make money on defamation of character. When someone says you are this, and you didn't say that you were that, then you can get them for that if they're popular enough. If you got good lawyers, they'll do it for you pro bono. They'll do it for you pro bono, baby. I'm trying to tell you. They see an opportunity. They say, this person said this about me. This person said, that's why I'm not popular. I don't care about that. If somebody, usually 9 times out of 10, when someone says I'm this and I'm this and that, they don't make enough money for me to sue them. They don't make enough money. I say, okay, how much? He ain't making no money. He just doing that for attention, or he jealous. Okay, he's trolling. Most of the time, when you have male trolls, they will simp pander towards women. Simp toward pander. They're not going to tell the truth. They're going to, I taught Kevin Samuels about accountability and wearing a suit and a tie and telling people about something about yourself. He said he was image consultant. Let it be so. Even though he don't have a professional website, it's still, you can still say that. You can still say you're a professional image consultant, and that's good. Okay? But the thing is that some people are very biased, okay? And I keep telling you, he's a therapist. He's a therapist I created from Brainchild. Just talking to him. I can speak. I can. If you know me, I'll say something. You'll have an idea because of me, but you won't mention it's me. You won't mention it, and that's not fair to me. And then you'll be cursed. I told you, people take my knowledge and they'll try to twist it their own way or something like that. I get my knowledge from internal, but externally, I learned from pimps and stuff and some Italians. And I just regurgitate that. You can make money, guys. Just focus on money more than just the beauty of a woman. No money, no honey, right? All right. But that's all I really wanted to say about every person who is feminine, born a female. Okay. I'm not talking about hermaphrodites, and I'm not talking about if you're a hermaphrodite and you have feminine characteristics, so be it. But whatever you do, don't be on the internet thinking that you're not going to be attacked. Don't get on the internet and think that you're not going to be attacked. To me, I wait for attacks. I be wanting to know who it is. I don't try to do it on purpose, like talk about I'm happy that Tupac died or anything. I don't do that type of shit. Sometimes I do that a little bit because I don't like gangsters. I just don't like them, okay? I'm like a Charleston White. But I don't really be out there instigating it. Because there are some people who get killed. Like that one guy, or the kid who was a rapper and a singer. He was talking about this Mexican, you can't do it to everybody because somebody will get you. But I can't afford to do that. That's a waste of time. I don't want to be too arrogant or anything like that. I'm just very dynamic, okay? But I try to tell you guys all the time, your purpose, if you're a male and you basically have feminine characteristics, you should do polyandry. You should be sorry. You should be pimped out by a female. I saw with some women who do polyandry. They get married to multiple husbands. Even though it's disgusting and then there's no profit off of it. There's no business to be made. Well, what all the thinginess is going up in one hole, and unless she adopts, that's another subject. Okay, that could work. See, I'm being flexible here. I'm saying it's possible that, like Queen Sheba, she had multiple concubines. It's like King Solomon. Okay, they have multiple concubines. Okay, to procreate with, to expand their horizon. The purpose is to expand your horizon. Okay, expand your family, your seed. Now, when you're selfish, you cause chaos. This is a problem in most women. Okay, I did not never say all women. I never said this, and I believe in most men, you don't have the education. This is why a lot of guys get thrown under the bus when they go to court. I get child support. I get alimony babies. Don't look at me. I got the magic. I told my ex-wife from Ethiopia, even though she was a virgin, I said, hey, I got magic. Don't play with it. You know what? The strangest thing, when I was in Ethiopia, there was only one female who asked me, do you know magic? And I said, hey, yeah, I was born with magic, okay? And she just stopped talking to me because she knew that she was not stable enough to be with a man of God. And you all are gods, by the way. You have to know how to activate that ability. And as I said before, my goal is 2 subscribers. 2 subscribers a month if I could. But of course, thank you very much for all of the likes, okay? But of course, as I said before, I am a therapist. Yes, I consider myself. I went to college for it for 2 years for psychology and computer engineering. I do have my degree in architectural drafting and design. That's a little bit about me. A little bit about me. I'm too renaissance to just do 1 or 2 things. I like to do multitudes of things. I'm a sketch artist. I do too many different things. I'm actually international. I'm going over international. I'm the one who started the Passport Brothers as well. Okay, but I'm the one who's saying it. And then there'll be people like, oh, no, you ain't starting that. I talked to the person who said that he created the red pill. He's a sucker. He said, I created the red pill. I said, good for you. Good for you. I created the emerald pill. We're going to see which pill is the better. See, the pill that's most popular is the pill that's really you're not supposed to be listening to. Complaining about women. Why are you complaining about women? Women are easy. My ex-wife, like I said before, just because my ex-wife tried to betray me, I had that plan all along. Hey, you got a plan ahead. I get child support and I get paid. Okay, I'm focused on the money. I told her, when you come in this country, no matter who you talk to, you are going to be paying in the end. I told her that. I said, if your sister's not coming out here It's we all made an agreement. And you gonna have some problems. Okay. Now she's about to be put in the street, and I keep saying this, but I don't want her to be in the street, guys. I am not ruthless. I am kind. Like a Xerxes said, I am kind. I'm try hard. You could do everything right, and then people will try to stab you in the back. And I know a lot of women can relate to this, and I know a lot of you guys can relate to this. But please, you gotta protect. You can't trust nobody. You cannot trust anybody. You literally gotta have some contingency plan or a backup plan just in case if they falter. And you have to initiate. See, women are stronger than men in relationships because you know why? What is this? Why is this? Why is it that women are stronger in relationships than men? Because the women don't really care about the men they mess with in the first place. That's a fact. I was told this. I said, if the female really likes something about you, it's usually a fleeting puppy dog love. And after about 3 years, even though you ain't did nothing, I hear terrible stories what men go through. Beta men. When beta men hook up with or marry when beta women hook up with beta men, beta females will get tired of you and they will initiate divorce. It's that simple. And you guys are the laughing end of the stock, okay? And I told you, and me, I didn't think that my ex-wife would do that. She's beta. Her parents is beta. Okay, I was like, okay, I'm thinking that females who are even unattractive or a virgin will most likely be loyal. No, that's not the case. I learned that, and my Holy Spirit was telling me, no, she's wearing a mask. True stable women are healers. They are procreators. They believe in polygyny. They're not selfish. They have to be taught. Most of them. I'm not looking down on women. Okay, I'm just trying to tell you the facts. Okay, it's not really hard. Okay, and if there's females who disagree, that's the small and few between. If there's females who disagree, that's the few and small, and those few and far between are feminists. And I love you feminists too, okay, all right? And they'll say, I hate you. You can say, I love you to a racist, and you know what a racist will tell you? I hate you. Hey, it's not all their fault, though, okay? They didn't have a father figure. They were brainwashed. You just got to stay away from them and let them fall on their own nail, okay, right? Other than that, that's all I really got to say, because I'm not your average man. I'm not your Peter Pan. And I'm your friendly neighborhood good psychopath. What is a psychopath? Do anybody know what a psychopath is? Do anybody know what the psychopathy of a psychopath is? There's different types of psychopaths now. Different types of psychopaths and different type of schizos, right? All right, so we got to understand the terminologies of these things. Okay? You come to me for that knowledge, okay? Please. Yeah, I kill bad people, okay? If they try to cause me problems, I don't do it directly, okay, But TikTok is doing good. They're not taking things out of context. And they're not picking and choosing who should be removed. Other than that, okay, we'll see if TikTok is still going to stay up. And the CEO talking about, hey, they're trying to make it better. He's probably just going to stop taking videos down that he personally feels is offensive. Because he doesn't understand what freedom of speech is. He doesn't understand what comedy is. Because America's about open free speech, okay? Not about terrorism. It's not about terrorism. Okay, because most Americans just want to release. That's a form of therapy. Everybody who's on the internet is a form of therapy. Did you know that? Okay, you don't need to. There's people who do not use social media, and I'm shocked. Yeah, they don't use it. They're locked away. And it's mostly predominantly men, okay, who just won't use it because they're depressed, they're sad. And it's a sad thing that most people don't recognize men's mental health. It's sad. It's a fact, okay? And so I got to make that magic come true. Right now, I'm working on the TikTok thing. I'm working on the paternity fraud. All right. When I start meditating, it starts to happen, okay? All right? Other than that, that's all I really wanted to say, guys. So I talked about the purpose of a woman and everyone below that as a woman. And, of course, to each his own. Now, if you are intellectual and you love education, you'll most likely be alone. Yeah. It's a sad fact. Especially if you're an average looking male, you're going to be not talked about in society. Okay? Average looking males are good, reasonably attractive. They're reasonably attractive. It's just that little small things, they look at your face. Men are not as shallow, so men don't look at the face. They look at the body most likely. That's not as shallow. They don't care. And there's a lot of men who don't care how big you are. But women, on the other hand, okay, tend to look at small things. And that will turn them off completely. And that makes them kind of like knuckleheaded. They'd be thrown in the street. Okay, they wouldn't be respected, especially later on when their bodies start to age and they become looking like an average Joe Smo. But they still will have opportunity with men because men are too beta. They're very desperate. Okay, lots of men. There will always be Johns and tricks and simps. And as I said before, simp, the true simp definition of simp is suckers investing in mediocre pussy. Okay. Now, y'all can take it to another level if you want, saying he's just a soft man, he's just a simp, okay? But the true definition of a simp is suckers investing in mediocre, used, busted vagina. Pussy, okay, right? You can't say pussy on here. Yeah, you can. You should. Peace.